From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. RCMP have arrested 2 people at the British Columbia Ostrich farm, where the Canadian Food Inspection Agency is expected to begin a cull. Some of the flock was infected with avian flu, but the farm's been fighting the cull order for months. RCMP Staff Sergeant Chris Clark would not confirm who was taken into custody, but says 2 people were arrested inside an ostrich enclosure when they refused to leave.
Primary role here is to keep the peace and to enforce the law if necessary. We are here to secure the property and to ensure the safety of not only the public but also the CFIA officers while they conduct their business.
One of the farm's co-owners later confirmed farm spokeswoman Katie Pisitny and her mother were arrested as they tried to feed the nearly 400 ostriches. U.S. President Donald Trump says countries recognizing a Palestinian state rewards Hamas for its attack on Israel. Canada is among more than 150 countries moving to recognize Palestinian statehood. Trump told the United Nations General Assembly today those who want peace should instead call on Hamas to release the hostages. Also at the UN, Prime Minister Mark Carney says to lose a child is every parent's nightmare, but for the people of Ukraine, it's a reality. Carney co-chaired an event on abducted Ukrainian children and says only one person is to blame.
I want to be clear at the outset of who's responsible for these horrors. Putin has caused this terrible tragedy that has claimed in the war lives of millions. He menaces the skies of Ukraine, threatens the cities, destroys the field. Putin has stolen Ukrainian children.
Putin is wanted by the International Criminal Court in The Hague on a warrant that dates back to March 2023 for alleged involvement in the abduction of Ukrainian children. Federal and provincial privacy authorities say TikTok has not done enough to keep children off the platform. The privacy watchdogs say the platform's not meant for kids under 13, but hundreds of thousands of Canadian children use it each year. The privacy authorities say TikTok has agreed to enhance the use of age assurance methods to prevent underage users accessing the platform. Jimmy Kimmel Live returns to ABC tonight. But not all of the network stations will air the show.
The Walt Disney Company says it has decided to return Jimmy Kimmel Live to the air after having thoughtful conversations with Kimmel, and that it stopped production of the show last week to avoid further inflaming a tense situation during an emotional moment for our country. While the show will return to production, 2 owners of ABC-affiliated stations, Nexstar and Sinclair, say their stations will continue to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live, showing their own programming instead. Nexstar saying in a statement its stations will focus on continuing to produce local news and other programming for their respective markets. Alex Stone, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the playoff-bound Toronto Blue Jays open a 3-game home series tonight with the Boston Red Sox. Kevin Gausman goes to the mound for Toronto. Major League Baseball is saying yes to robot umpires. As reporter Gethin Coolbaugh explains, the robots will be a backup to human umps.
Major League Baseball's 11-man competition committee has approved use of the automated ball strike system in the major leagues in 2026. Human umpires will still call balls and strikes, but teams can challenge 2 calls per game.
Pitchers, catchers, or batters will be able to call for a robot review with a tap of their helmet or ball cap. Davis Alexander took starting quarterback reps at today's Montreal Alouettes practice. It marks a possible return this week from a hamstring injury. He hasn't played since July 17th. And the Edmonton Oilers have signed forward Vasily Podkolzin to a 3-year contract extension worth $8.85 million US. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.